Hey guys, welcome to Elizabeth Central. Today's video is gonna be a little get ready with me. I'm kind of ready already, so yeah, let's just continue on. But it's gonna be about toxic relationship, and basically I figured that I can talk about the question asked the most when it comes down to, am I with the right person or am I in a toxic relationship? First of all, I want to talk about red flags. Red flags for sure would be if you feel insecure about yourself because your significant other has said things to hurt you and to have you question yourself and lower your self-esteem. Toxic relationship. If you do not trust your significant other and you find the need to consistently have to stalk them, whether that's on social media or even have to unlock their phone when they're not watching, or you don't even know the password to their phone. If you're consistently iffy about where they are, toxic relationship. If you guys fight and physically hit each other, toxic relationship. Or if it's just one person, toxic relationship. What's another one? If you're not happy, toxic relationship. If you can't be yourself around the person, toxic relationship. I think it's very important to understand that it's okay to be alone. It's okay to tell yourself, you know what? I can't be in a relationship. Maybe it's not the other person. Maybe it's myself. And I need to give myself time to grow and be able to find myself and love myself. So that's something that I highly recommend. There is people that are consistently in and out of relationships, whether it's the same person or a new one. And that's not healthy. I don't think it's healthy at all. You need to be able to find yourself from what you lost. You know, it's kind of like grieving. Is that how you say it? When you lose someone, when you break up in a relationship, you kind of lost yourself. You need to re-find everything of what makes you happy and what makes you feel alive again, if you will. So, yeah, don't be afraid to be by yourself, and it's okay to move on. Another suggestion that I had, please do not go desperately finding someone and be like, oh, he could be the one, or she could be the one. No. Let things fall into place. Once you're out of a toxic relationship, things start to get better for you. And I can vouch for that. I've experienced it myself. And you're happier. And you feel free. And you feel like things just start to fit into place. Everything just seems so good and perfect. So yeah. With that being said, let's move on. So recently I had a coworker ask me for advice of her relationship, and I will go into the details without names, of course. Okay, let me start that all over again because I'm gonna delete that little part. So recently I started talking to one of my coworkers about her relationship. Obviously I'm not gonna state names or nothing like that, so I don't need consent. I'm not gonna go into full detail either, but I will explain a little bit of her situation. So a while back when they first started dating, she's like, you know what, he's such a good guy, but I don't feel like he's the one for me. And I asked her, why do you say that? You know, what makes you think that? Just in general, be honest with me. If you want my advice, be honest and just tell me what's going on. And then she's like, well, I'm kind of still talking to my ex. And that's what she mentioned, okay? And it was like, okay, red flag. There's no reason why you should have your ex in the space when you're trying to move on. When you're ready to let go, you just have to fully let go. If that means changing your number, changing addresses, whatever it takes, or just, you know, just ignoring and ignoring. Once you ignore, for the most part, they start to disappear, for the most part, if they're not cray-cray. So just, you know, if you want this relationship to work, this new relationship, you gotta let it go. Just like, yeah, I know, but it's so hard. Okay, there's that. And then she finally starts to get into the new guy, and she discovers that the new guy is talking to his ex. Not so much like, hey, baby, what's up? Let's meet tonight again. Nothing like that. But more like, hey, how you been? Oh, you're feeling depressed. I'm so sorry. You know, I'm here for you. That type of stuff, you know? Which I don't find it bad, but at the same time, again, if you're trying to pursue a new relationship, there's no reason why you should be, you know, taking yourself back to that ex. No. Move on forward. Don't look back. Your ex is an ex for a reason. If you guys can be best friends, take it step by step, you know? And I encourage you to build that relationship with your ex if you want to be best friends before you move on to a new one. Because if you attempt doing so while you're talking to someone, it's just going to be iffy. The other person's probably going to move on and not be there for you because they're going to be like, what the? Like, that's not right. So there's that. Anyways, so she had that, you know, and I told her, you know what, talk to him, tell him that you don't consider him being so open and close to his ex a good thing, and to kind of like take it back. Oh gosh, give me a minute. Daddy is not here. Come on. You can play with your cars. Play with your cars.
Possible.
You're possible.
I mean,
Am I recording still? Yes. Okay, so yeah, so I'm like, talk to him, and if he doesn't act iffy about it, like, oh, like you're just being jealous and stuff like that, and he understands, then that means he wants to continue and build a relationship with you. So she did that, and he talked with her, and he's like, you know what, yeah, like, I agree that I can start distancing myself from her. Just know that she has like she's in deep depression, so just give me time, but I promise that it's going to start to die down, and I'll be there for her, but I'll let her know that in order for me, I'll let her know that in order for me to be there for her, you're going to be part of the whole thing, you know? So I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this definitely means you need to, like, you know, like,
no.
depart yourself from your previous relationship. And she's like, yeah, oh my God. So fast forward, it turns out that he had something, I don't know, going on with his coworker, where she was questioning it because every time they had a date, he would cancel. I'm so sorry. He would cancel, and somehow it ended up to like please and be with the other person, but it was work related. Fast forward to that, it seems like they were messing around, so that's cheating number one. And then now, recently, her boyfriend's ex, significant other, messaged her on social media and said, hey, just so you're aware, our ex, your boyfriend is talking to my girlfriend, and their exes, and they're sexting. Okay, they're sexting. And this person said, just so you're aware, I am only telling you because I just found out, and I would want to know if I was you. Like, I wouldn't want to be left in the dark. So you'll take it as it is. hopefully your relationship goes smooth and great moving forward. But I just want to let you know. So I think that's awesome, that she got that insight. But it sucks that it was from someone else, that she didn't get it from her significant other. But she found out the truth. That's what's awesome about it. But yet, she questions whether she should give this person another chance, whether she knows already that she shouldn't. But this is something that concerns me because we tend to do this as women. I don't even know if men go through this or not, but we always question ourselves. It's like, what about me didn't go as planned for the other person? Like, what about me makes them want to look elsewhere? What am I doing wrong? And when she said this, well, she didn't say it, but I knew what she was thinking, so I let her know. She's like, yeah, that's how I feel. I'm like, no, dude, like, there's no way that there's something wrong with what you're doing. Now, you can be the most perfect person, like flawless, that cooks, clean, has a banging body, and the most beautiful face, but if this person's not ready to be in a relationship, they're not going to be loyal to you. Like, it doesn't matter if you're perfect or not. Like, if they want it, they'll make it happen. If they don't want it, they'll do whatever they can to screw it up. And I did let her know, maybe he has insecurity issues where he's feeling like he's not sexy or anything, like sexy enough for her, and is feeling insecure and wants to go back to the ex and see if he still got it. That's one excuse, That's one thing that I can come up with. And another one is just background. In background, I don't know what he went through. I don't know if he's used to seeing his dad cheat on his mom or significant other, or vice versa, his mom being like that. Like, I have no idea what he's gone through, but that doesn't mean that it's okay for him to act the way he's acting. So I'm like, there's nothing wrong with you. You need to learn how to value yourself. And you need to understand that this person has clearly showed you time after time that they're not there, that they're not fully stable, and they don't want to commit to this relationship. Like, they want to be mingling and having fun. Let them do so. Like, even though this person comes back with flowers, roses, and tries to be romantic and whatnot, but this is when they have an argument. Before the arguments, there's nothing there. There's no time given or anything like that. So why only when there's fights? Like, really? That means that this person has already created... Yes, baby, really. This person has already created, like, what do you call it? Like, attachment, security blanket, and is afraid to lose it, because once it's lost, who are they? Who really, like, what are they? Like, you feel like you lose yourself. But no, like, trust me, letting go of this toxic relationship is the best thing that she can do. And until she's ready, until she stops looking for the possible good in what has, like, happened during this whole year, then she won't move on. That happens a lot in relationships, where women will be like, oh yeah, like, it's not the greatest, but he's nice, he shows he loves me, he brought me flowers, he asked for forgiveness, he cares, right? He cares. So you're making excuses for this person when they don't deserve it. And it's all here, the confusion, the fog, everything. But this is why it's important to give yourself space, remove yourself from the situation, and do it step by step, baby steps. Because when you're used to being with someone 100% of the time, like, there's no saying how it's gonna go if you attempt a month. Like, there's no way you can do it that way. So what you gotta do, first off, for the first day, be like, you know what? He fucked up. We talked about it. And I need my space. I need a day with no communication from this person. And I need to move on. Just do what I had to do for the day. It's going to drive me insane, but I got this. Okay, one day passes. Attempt to add another day and add another day. And next thing you know, it's already been a week since you haven't communicated with this person. And then next thing you know, it's another week. Seriously, to move on from someone, you need your time, space, no communication. Once you start adding and adding, you're going to find that's a piece of cake, especially if you're maintaining yourself. Not maintaining yourself, you're not a car. But if you're being occupied, you know, making sure that you're cleaning, being surrounded by people so it doesn't give you the temptation to call them, just being occupied, period, point blank. If work is that, then work is that. But you need to give it a try, one day at a time, and it works out. Trust me. It's hard. It's so easy to say it, and it's hard to take my own advice. Now I can say I can possibly be able to take my advice if needed because of my past. But then, oh my god, dude, I lasted in this relationship for decades. Well, not decades, but it felt like it. And it's just so easier. It's easier to see through the fog and the BS when you're not in it anymore. It's like, oh my god, what was I doing to myself? Like, where was the self-love? And once you're able to like break through the chains, oh, it feels so good and it's amazing. So please, please, please think about it. And just giving yourself that self-love. You need to discover who you truly are and what you deserve and that you're valuable. And again, surround yourself by positivity, good things, and the rest will come through. Bye guys, thanks for watching.